I brought this along, wondering if you might be interested. This is the Weld Estate, Dorset, Preston cum Sutton Poyntz portion, and it's for sale by auction at the Assembly Rooms, Hotel Burden, Weymouth, Friday, September the 11th, 1925. And it's an account of all the properties that were for sale in Sutton Poyntz, and amongst which is the land that my father-in-law bought and eventually built Springside on it, where I live now.
As this is such an old document, what does it mean to you?
Well, I think it's family history, really. It's nice to keep things about the family, and this is one of the things that I feel is quite important. I think ground was so cheap then. Look at this, I think it's £320 for a piece of land to build a house on. And it was 1/3 of an acre. Nowadays you'd put 3 or 4 noughts on that.
The picture of the Sutton Poyntz Football Club, when was that taken?
In the 1920s. A local lads football team, amongst which would be one of the Harrison brothers. A view of Sutton Poyntz when the waterworks chimney was there. That now is no longer, that's been knocked down. This is the workshop, the carpenter's workshop. The Harrisons had a wheelwrights and carpenter's business in the village, and that is where they worked. This originally is a cottage, the Prospect Cottage, where I was talking to you about where the Harrison family first lived. And in Preston, we had lots of shops, and that's some of the shops that were available when I first came to here in 1957. That's one of the business headings of the carpenter shop. W.T. Harrison, Sutton Poyntz, wheelwright, carpenter, decorator and undertaker.
He did lots of things.
They did do lots of things, yes. And the daughter of Will and Ginny, when she was old enough, she used to look after the coffins. They'd go and collect the body, and then she would line the coffins out with silk and all that sort of thing to receive the body into it. So she was good at sewing as well.
Thank you for bringing all of these really lovely things. Thank you for coming.
Well, thank you. I've enjoyed it. Thanks very much. And I hope everything goes successfully and you get good feedback from everything.